This is Commander Shepard. Welcome to Robofet's Bounty.
So in this video, we're looking over the first 4 issues of Build the Iron Man. So this clearly is out of the way. That's 2, 3 and 4 there. And we're going to start off with issue 1. As you see, you've got him, the Mark III on the front, his armour. As you open up the magazine, close to the camera, you'd have an article regarding Iron Man, Origins of a Hero. Obviously, each magazine will have a different kind of article in. Pretty sweet. Then we go step-by-step guide. So this will show you what you get in issue 1. So here are the pieces, and we'll be assembling the helmet. So it's the first part we're going to build. So we've got the head here. We're going to spin it over, and we've got this support column that will go in here. We are going to get some EM screws and screw that piece together. What we've got to do is make sure these are nice and tight so they don't come out. So it ends up like this. We're still using this part for the next part of the build. So we need the LED compartment here, it's the battery pack. So as you can tell, there's a couple of holes there. So we need to put that in there like that, just like that, and screw that on. That's in there quite sturdy. We need to now attach the visor, which should just clip on like that. And these are going to be the 2 LED lights which we need to attach to this piece here. It's getting a little bit fiddly now, so this little piece here needs to slot in place and screw in with some MP screws. Best bet is to try and hold it down with one finger, and hopefully you can get the screw in. Next we have the main base here. So all we're doing, 2 prongs there, we're going to attach that there and screw that on with a couple of EM screws. Now that's complete, we've got the back of the helmet here. Put that in place. Another couple of EM screws just in here. So here we have the earpiece that we're just going to connect in here. Slide it in just like that. This is going to be how you turn the light in the eyes off and on. Now we have to connect these 2 bits together. There's a little hole there. We'll connect this piece here into there, and in theory it should slide together. Pieces are assembled. We're going to connect that in there, hopefully, and an EM screw in the back. So that is all together and quite sturdy. 2 magnets. Excellent. Now that will go down to 1 second. We need to get this piece here and connect the visor portion, the MP screw just in the back there. So we get one of these very, very small batteries that we need to stick into here. And we've got a little cover that will just cover that piece to protect the battery. So now we have this bit complete, and the mask, we've got a magnet, so it should just clip on just like that. And in theory, if I've done this right, when we turn this, so that is issue 1. Pretty cool, all made out of die cast. To turn it off, all we do is just turn the corner. Before we go into issue 2, let's look at the back of issue 1. Obviously with that complete now, the back of the magazine will also have unmasked. So you've got a section regarding the comic books. It's quite a nice read, so really quite nice magazines. And in the next issue, we'll be assembling Iron Man's left foot. Let's do this. So here we have issue 2. We are assembling the toe, or the foot. Hero is born. Got some more artwork there as well. And here we go to the first part of the build. So we've got to make sure we checked off all of our parts. So first off, we've got this piece here. We're going to just thread all that through. Make sure it's in place and then screw that together. There's quite a lot of weight to this, which is quite surprising. So we've got the LED cable here. As we turn this over, as you can see, there's a little hole there, and this will poke through the hole. And at the moment, it will just sit in there just like that. So what we need to do now is get this. This is kind of the battery pack. Has to go into here and screwed into place on the other side. So that is all connected. So I'm going to put that to one side for now. We're going to get this piece here, and with 2 AM screws, we're going to attach this piece just over the 2 holes. We're getting somewhere now. So we're going to attach the light into the hole, and this piece here will fit into here, and then we'll screw that together. Almost time for the dreaded battery test. So what we're going to do is place this like that. Get some screws. On the fucking hell. Get some screws and literally stick them in the hole. And screw the bottom on. I think we've got better articulation than most action figures on this. Which is pretty cool. Now we have to stick another battery in the front, and then we'll test this bad boy out. So the batteries are in. Does it work? So we've got a little button here. As you press it, here we go. Turn that off, and the cover just magnetically attaches to the front. So there is issue 2. We have the left foot. Let's check the rest of the magazine out before we go on to issue number 3. So that is now complete. We have the Superhuman Registration Act, Heroes in Conflict there. Article about that. We've got Captain America there. Model 1, beginning of it all. Pretty cool. And the next issue, we are going to assemble Iron Man's right hand. Let's do this. Issue number 3. Again, we've got a first challenge. First armors. Got some old school action there for his first costume. And we have all the parts to assemble the right hand. Right guys, it was a massive pain in the arse assembling them figures. So I'm just going to jump cut to this point here. So here we have the hand. Just like the Terminator, these fingers are a bit floppy, but we should be able to tighten these up. We also have a compartment for one of the batteries that we're going to test out now. We've got the magnetic cover that will go on top of that. So let's get a battery in there and let's see this hand light up. So here we have the hand. I put the battery in. We've got a button there. Let's turn it over. Give it a press. Awesome. And all we're going to do now is simply get the cover that's magnetic. There we go. There is the right hand. One more issue to go after this one. So we have a Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. after the victory. Really cool picture there. You can frame pretty much every page of this magazine. There we have the early appearance there. And in the last issue of this month, we are building the arc reactor. Let's get to the final part. Right, so here we have part 4. We're arch enemies here. Very emosh Iron Man there. And looks like quite a straightforward build on this. Let's get this started. So 90% of this build is going to be metal. These 2 bits are metal, but unfortunately the rest is plastic. So let's do this. Should be quite straightforward. So we've got the crown of the cover here, the arc reactor. We're going to flip that over. We get this piece here. We're going to slide it inside and screw that together first. Now that's in place. This bit here. I'm going to put over the 2 holes and screw that in also. So there we go, that is attached. Next we're going to need this piece, and this piece. Quite straightforward really. All we're going to do is push the LED light through the middle and then fold that up inside. Get your cover on top. And then flip this over and attach that also. I feel like I've done this wrong, but we'll soon find out when we stick this little wee battery in there. Right, so this is not going to light up at the moment because I've actually broke one of the cables in there, which I'll fix at a later date. So let's have a quick look at the end of the magazine, and then we'll have a quick update on the first 3 issues or the 4 issues we've done. So we have, unfortunately, I've maybe broke a light or broke a cable, so I'll have to mend that in a future episode. So before we go into the first 4 issues we've made, let's have a quick look at the magazine at the end. Pretty cool imagery here. Sweet. And in next month's issue, we're going to build the elbow joint and discover Iron Man, Captain America's relationship in the Avengers. So from the first issue, we had the awesome helmet. Then we had the foot, the hand, and the arc reactor. Pretty sweet. Let me know in the comments if you like this build, if you want me to continue it. So there'll be 4 issues a month. I've got a few issues to build ahead of time. Let me know if you want to see this weekly or monthly. See you real soon on the next Robber Fed's Bounty.